Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to week 13 of Love in the Time of Quarterbacks. Really sorry last week I couldn't get the video out. We were in the Dominican and our Wi Fi was junk. So I apologize for that. I also apologize. This week's going to be pretty quick. I didn't have time to do the math, so I will do all the numbers next week. I apologize, guys. I'm normally really good about that. It's been just a crazy week getting caught up at work, dealing with my kid. I had some car trouble that I had to get fixed. So I just been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And then tonight, obviously, I had to watch Michigan win the Big Ten championship. Go Blue! Very excited to see them in the playoffs. I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to play Georgia. I think it's going to be Bama 1, Michigan 2, Georgia 3, and Cincinnati 4 to give Alabama a cakewalk. I know Cincinnati's undefeated, but it's going to give Alabama a cakewalk into the national championship, which is what they want. So that's what's going to happen. Real quick, I'll do this week. I've got 3 sides. I'm taking all dogs this week, but dogs of under a touchdown have absolutely eaten this year. So let's ride that. Let's ride that train. And I've got one 7-point teaser as well. So without further ado, the first game I'm playing is the LA Chargers +3 at Cincy. I have these teams as pretty even, and home field isn't worth 3 points anymore. It's as simple as that. I think that the Chargers' offense is absolutely elite. I do think their defense is bad, and obviously since he's going to be able to run on them, and I hope Mixon runs for 200 yards. I just think that I have this game as Cincy -1. And so if I can get +3 with the Chargers, I'm going to take it. I think these teams are really, really even on a neutral field. And I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to watch Herbert versus Burrow. So, LA Chargers +1. +3 for 1 unit. Next, I am taking the Seattle Seahawks +3.5 versus San Francisco, and this is entirely because of trends. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Shanahan as a favorite is terrible. I think he hits it something like 35%. Shanahan as a favorite on the road is, I believe, he is 4-19 or something along the lines of that. 4-15 maybe. 4-15-1. I think that's his record, is 4-15-1 as a favorite on the road. That's disgusting. That's really, really bad. So I'm going to go with Seattle. I think that there's a lot of recency bias. I think people are mistakenly pretending that Wilson is washed, which he's not. His injury was supposed to take 8 weeks to heal. This will be 8 weeks. So he came back early, needed to get it right, and I think he will. The games those two teams play are usually pretty tight. So if you can give me all the trends on one side and give me plus points, I'm going to take it. So I got Seattle +3.5 for 1. The last side I'm taking is the Pittsburgh Steelers, another divisional game, +4.5 versus Baltimore. This is just another one. Tomlin, as a home dog, I can't remember the exact record. It's incredible. I just think Baltimore hasn't been as good as the record makes them look. I know Pythagorean wins. I read this week they should have 6 wins and they have 8. So I mean they've been it shows that they've been lucky, and they have, and you got to be good to be lucky too. I mean, I'm not pretending they're not a decent team, but one thing people don't realize is since Marshall Yanda left, like, that offensive line has been bad. So Pittsburgh gets to the quarterback pretty well. I think that's something they're going to be able to do. Lamar Jackson has shown that when he's pressured, that's a way to beat him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh wins this outright, but I definitely, I don't see it being more than a field goal. And if you're going to you're getting me through 3 and 4, 2 key numbers to 4.5, I'm going to take that. So I got Pittsburgh +4.5 for 1. And my 7-point teaser is for 2 units is Pittsburgh +11.5. The LA Chargers +10. Both of those for reasons we've already spoken. And I'm moving Minnesota down to even plus from -7. So that means all they got to do is win, which I definitely think they're going to do. Kirk Cousins has been sneaky good this year, especially when he's not in a game that anybody's watching. And there's definitely not going to be anybody watching this game except for the 5 people who still cheer for the Lions and the Vikings fan base. So there's low pressure on him. These are the games that he cleans up in. So I think I definitely buy into Cousins this week. I think he's going to do just fine. And I've got a hair on my face. That's not ideal. And so, yeah, all Minnesota has to do there is win. So that's a 7-point teaser for 2 units. So we got Chargers +3 for a unit, Seattle +3.5 for a unit, Pittsburgh +4.5 for a unit, then 7-point teaser with Pittsburgh up to 11.5, Chargers up to 10, and Minnesota down to even. And that's for 2 units as always. Otherwise, guys, same things as always. Make sure you're betting smart. Don't be silly. Don't chase losses, stupid stuff like that. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at CPT_handsome so I can give you some sexy in-game plays. And lastly, don't ever touch anything owned by Dave Portnoy. Barstool Sportsbook is a scam. Don't touch it. They are criminals. And Portnoy's just a douche. So stay away. Otherwise, guys, have a great betting day. Fins up, baby.